Today I'm going to show you how to make Jaffa Cupcakes. For the cupcakes you will need 175 grams of self-raising flour, 175 grams of margarine or butter, 175 grams of caster sugar, 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and 1 orange, which you need the zest and 1 tablespoon of juice from. Firstly, in a bowl to your caster sugar add your butter and cream together until well combined. Then add your eggs and give it a good mix. And then you want to zest the orange in and add 1 tablespoon of the juice, and again just give it a little mix, and then add your self-raising flour and your cocoa powder and mix until you have a nice batter formed. Then pre-line a cupcake tray with cupcake cases and simply spoon in the mixture into each cupcake case. Then pop in a preheated oven at gas mark 5, 190 degrees centigrade or 170 fan assisted for 16 to 20 minutes or until a skewer comes out clean. Then for the filling you will need 100 grams of orange marmalade. So you simply want to cut out the centre of each of your cupcakes, just reserving the centre to one side. Put a teaspoon of orange marmalade in the middle. Then cut off the excess cake from your centre so you're just left with the top, and just put that on top of the orange marmalade just to encase the marmalade inside the cupcake. Then for the buttercream you will need 200 grams of icing sugar, 90 grams of butter cubed and at room temperature, and 2 tablespoons of orange juice reserved from the orange from earlier, and 12 Jaffa Cakes. To your icing sugar add your butter, and then you want to mash the butter into the icing sugar until it is as combined as possible. Now you can do this with a stand mixer if you want, if you have one. I just like to show the way of doing things without equipment. I wouldn't recommend using a hand mixer just because icing sugar has a tendency to kind of fluff up into the air and it will cover everything. So either stand mixer, or if you don't have one, then this is the way of using just a fork to mash the butter into the icing sugar. A little tip that I have, if you are finding it hard to mash the butter in, which I do sometimes, as long as your bowl is microwavable, pop your bowl in the microwave for just 10 seconds, which just softens that butter enough to help mash in, but it won't melt it. And then once it's as combined as it possibly can be, you then want to add your orange juice, just a little bit at a time until it comes together into the buttercream consistency that you want. You probably won't need all of your orange juice, and it's better to add a little bit at a time rather than too much, because if it's too much it will go too watery. If you do add too much though, add icing sugar until it brings it back to the consistency you want. Then I simply put my buttercream into a piping bag with a piping tip on the end, and then you want to top each of your cupcakes with your buttercream. Like I say, I piped mine on, but you can just use teaspoons to spread the buttercream on top if you don't have any piping equipment. And then simply cut your Jaffa Cakes in half and then sandwich them into the buttercream so they look like little butterfly wings. And there you have it. That's how you make Jaffa Cupcakes.